Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. I think we're playing Merchant today. Let's begin, shall we? Yeah, let's begin. Hope you're doing well today. It is, oh god, what is it today? It's Thursday, which means it's Friday for yourself. However, it's actually Friday. I feel like... Oh, right. I was like, didn't I talk in Ratropolis how I was going to be off tomorrow? Yesterday? But I was off yesterday, because I had to pivot my schedule because Cranberry's out of town, so we recorded co-op yesterday, which was Wednesday, and when we finished that it was 9:30, and I had done just basically been doing stuff all day, and I was just like, I'm just gonna push back the day. Like I'll just stream on Friday instead, you know? It's something I've been trying to do more lately, which is just kind of like be in control of my own schedule, right? I set the schedule and then I stick to it as well as I can. But if I have something like that come up, I can just be like, hey guys, I'm going to take tonight off and move it back, right? Like it doesn't matter. I'm in control, right? And that's the other thing, is like I can, if I want to, just stream a different game tomorrow, because I will be streaming tomorrow. It's something I'm trying to do, right? Is just like feel, or like be in control and accept that I can change like my schedule at will, right? Like I'm able to. I try not to, but that's just kind of who I am as a person. Anyway, it's a late night episode, by the way. It is Thursday, which means it is Friday for yourself, although it's technically Friday for me. It's 2 a.m. I am off from streaming tonight, and due to some poor planning, I am way behind in recording for today. I'll take the houses here. I don't know, I'm behind for recording, but I'm also ahead. It's weird. I don't actually know how I am for recording today. It's super strange because I'm behind because I haven't recorded tomorrow's normal episodes. I haven't recorded Ratropolis, I haven't recorded Monster Train yet for today. But I'm ahead because I don't have to do co-op, but I'm behind because it's later, but I'm ahead because co-op usually takes like 2 hours. But I guess I'm like, basically I think I'm behind by like an hour and a half today, which is fine because I've just been staying up later anyway. I haven't been able to sleep very well lately. The late night episode, which means you're just about to hear me ramble on, especially with a pretty easy early game here. What we got? We're good. Fairly straightforward early game. The early game of Ratropolis is where it is gonna shine in terms of ease. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that you're doing well. I'm hanging in there myself. I'm gonna grab the building. Fire station is a good one. Because it's cheap, we can play it. I'll just take the workshop, it's fine. No, I'm doing well. I got a lot to record. After this I have to record Monster Train, and then I have, I think, 4 episodes of Neon Abyss and 3 Monster Train discussions to record. The discussions are pretty quick, at least. Those are gonna probably take like 45 minutes total, and then the Neon Abyss probably takes me about 2 hours. I'm thinking, depending on how long the Monster Train episode is and how long this episode is, I'll hopefully be done and be able to go to bed around 5. Thankfully, if I miss a Neon Abyss or 2, it's fine, because I can just record it later in the week, which is what I did last recording cycle. I just recorded a Neon Abyss at after the stream one night. Things like that, right? I'll make it up. I won't fall too far behind. I'm basically trying to do a whole week's worth of recording. Well, not a whole week's worth of recordings, it's like a week's worth of non-Ratropolis based recordings in one night, which I can do if I give myself like 5 hours. The videos are setting the 11:30 videos probably takes me a total of like, including recording, probably like 6-ish hours to do. What do I want here? The house is fine, but it's not great. The inn, I think I want to roll and try to find a laborer or a Fletcher here. I think Arrow Shower is pretty good. I really like Arrow Shower. I also really like Tax Office. Alright. Yeah, it's just time consuming. It's not really hard. It just takes a bit of time for me to sit down. I feel like the Monster Train discussions this week were not my highest quality content, if I'm being honest with you. I considered just not even releasing them and re-recording them or just not having them done this week because I was like, I did not like them. I'm just gonna pass that. I really think it's gonna hurt me. And I'm gonna chill. We're gonna sit here and wait for this grain to finish to play Tax Office. And then Neon Abyss is just like, it's a game where I probably should just play it daily if I want to become good at it, but it's something that's kind of enjoyable, I think. It's not anything too crazy, I just kind of like it, that's all. I like having it as just something that I'm not really good at, you know? Not to like toot my own horn, but I feel like at this point I've gotten pretty good at Monster Train. The problem is I think that I'm probably starting to come across as like kind of an asshole, honestly, for lack of a better way to put it. Let's try taking Deadline. Deadline Tax Office sounds cool. I feel like I'm probably coming across as kind of a real dickhead here because I mean, I'm answering these same questions that people are asking me about Monster Train over and over again. Hey, why don't you like Shadow Eater? Hey, wait, you don't like this? What was it? Like, oh, I don't think Upper Melting's that bad. Hey, what about Harvest Rector, right? And I'm answering these all these times, and I don't mind it, right? But over time, I'm just like lowering the amount of words I use to respond to these questions because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to spend my entire life answering, hey, why is Shadow Eater not a good card? There's a lot of great reasons to answer that. Or there's plenty of solid reasons, and I've answered it a lot of times, I guess, is what I mean to say. Yikes. They're fine. I don't know. It's fine, right? Like, honestly, I always think that people who come across as like, oh, don't ask me these questions, I always am like, it's kind of like, people shouldn't be afraid to ask you questions, I don't think, but I start to get it now that I'm like 450 hours into Monster Train, feeling pretty solid about my play. I'm like, okay, I can see how, like, I think the greatest example is like someone like Jorbs, who has done, I think, 4,000 hours of Slay the Spire. I wonder how many times he's answered the same questions over and over again, right? I get it now a little more. Not that I really think it's a good thing or anything like that. I'm trying my best. I really hope I don't come across as an asshole. I'm trying my best to answer questions without like being like, hey, you dumbass, right? But like, I should just make an FAQ. But also, I'm gonna donate Deadline and we're gonna take the random advisor here. I think that sounds fine. I'm kind of underwhelmed by it, but then again, we're pretty early on. Let's stick with it. It's new and exciting. But anyway. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. I started a journal last night. Well, not really. I don't really know. I guess it is a journal, yeah. But it's just like, it was late. I was feeling a little... I don't really... How do I put it? I was just like, I have things that are on my mind, and I didn't want to just let them go. I was feeling very overwhelmed by my thoughts, I suppose is one way to put it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to write this down. What's on my mind right now? I'm just going to write it down. And then I did. And I was at the end of it, I was like, hey, my wrist hurts. I don't think I've written this much since high school. I hope to not write ever again. I think the last thing I wrote in the journal was maybe I'll make this digital. Why did I lose one tax? Oh, because I lost 2 population. And I have a tax office, of course. And now we know for sure that these spitters have 14 HP. Also, Arrow Shower is incredible at this point in the game. I'm pretty happy with it. It's Assault Captain. I'm gonna get rid of Mercenary. Arrow Shower is just gonna carry us through this early game. Try to remember to hover over. I see your comment asking me to hover over these. I will do my best to remember to show off what all of these do. All of the advisors. I've thought about in the past, I have thought about like writing the wiki for this game because I would say I'm pretty well versed in Ratropolis at this point, is one way to put it. And so I probably could. It's a lot of work and there's really no reason to. It's interesting because I gain nothing out of it. It's just everyone else gains something out of it, but I don't gain a whole lot for like writing a wiki on this game. I feel like it's something that's not really worth my time. I started that guide, right? I made that event guide and I have not done anything to it since. Upgrade delivery, it wins us the game. Like I wrote the basic outline of like the events and then I was like, write out all the cards. I don't know if I wrote out my thoughts on the cards or not, but... Oh, Jewel's really good here. It lets us pay to redraw enough times to hopefully get deadline and delivery going. Down to 1 second here? Pretty close. If only I had a little more tax. Yeah. Knight is also a really strong pickup here if we can swing it, which I should be able to because of Jewel. I'm mostly worried about dying to this wave, but I think it's okay. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those episodes where I'm all over the place because it's late at night. The late night episodes are A, worse in terms of gameplay, and B, worse because I can't keep my mind in. Oh, I missed the night. Too bad. Like I can't stay on one train of thought for too long. I just start, you know, it's just gonna be a bullshitting episode as usual. But you know, really, there's not a whole lot going on. I have a lot to do tonight, and I'm just starting it off with a nice casual bit of Ratropolis. What I should do is, as well as I should look into information I need to figure out about college, like when it starts, for example. I'm pretty, like, I know it's gonna be start of September. Just need to figure out when it starts, and also, it's all online, so I guess I should figure out what it is doing online. And the tuition deadline, of course. Ah, it's Weasel Barrels. Ah. That's gross. Okay, so we just want to move back then. Oh yeah, we can just we could do this too. We could do a little back and forth with one of the guards real quick. Oh god, they nerfed this by making him never shut up. But they'll just like Assault Captain's a pretty solid pickup, I would say. Even just with the +5s. Hey, get back here, bitch. I don't want to repair that actually. I don't want to let the enemies stack. I don't hate honey drink here, but I don't think we need it. Just take a house. Oh, but I need to repair it to fix the tax office. Hey, wait a minute. Uh-oh. I did something wrong here. Just gotta move them all back. I guess I accidentally sent them over here? Weird. Oh hey, Knight. Cool. You love something, let it go, etc, etc. That old adage. Oh, this is the boss. I didn't even realize this was the boss. I need to kill him with arrow showers because guards cannot hurt him. Huh, this could be bad. Yeah, this might not be good. Ah, we're alright. It's been a while since I've played, oh god. Maybe we're not alright? Oh yeah, we have the fire station. Right on. I need walls here. I need like a territory expansion, ideally. Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing an upgrade on something here, but I think I really need to... Like, upgrading Knight is really valuable, actually. I think this is more valuable than a territory expansion, to be honest. Knight is very strong. Although he's gonna be a little more strong if I fix this, so I will. Soon the delivery is gonna pay out. Like, we're stalling for time here, effectively. Once delivery pays out with enough to win us the game, we just win the game, basically. Oh yeah, and by having the wall in place, we can actually wipe a big chunk of this wave here. Solid. Brotherhood, save. I'll just take the house and the wall. It's fine. My tax office. I think the deadline is fun. It's a fun idea, but it's definitely not very good. We're almost certainly gonna win this, I think, off the back of delivery and also night, plus double tax office, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I think that weasel barrels aren't the most dangerous thing on this map anymore, by the way. I think it's actually the, not the weasel barrels, but the harpoon enemies. Now that you can just handle weasel barrels by having one buffer wall and it's just done. I really love that change. I'm very glad they changed that, because weasel barrel was real obnoxious, I thought. Did anyone like fighting weasel barrel? Probably not. I think the coast got a lot less obnoxious after the patch, which is good. I would say, anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, I meant to mention this sooner, but I forgot. Someone said on stream recently that my mic volume was low, so I turned it up. Please let me know if you here on the YouTube believe that I am too loud or if I didn't even notice, because I noticed it after I turned it up. I was just watching the VOD of that stream because I was cutting up VODs. That's what I was doing with my free time. I was talking to my friends while I cut up some VODs. That's what I was doing. I was supposed to buy the wall there so I could keep this tax office alive. Oh well. I knew I was doing something. I just couldn't remember, even though I was just doing it. But yeah, I was cutting up the VODs for the highlights for the week. Good night. Do Fletcher. Because less so now because we have night, but we do want to kill this boss through arrows if we can. And I think after this combat, we'll probably be done. Like, we'll probably have deliveried up to 10k. Merchant feels like the most straightforward to me. That's what I would say. In terms of the pluses, I think that Scientist Plus is really strong. I think that Merchant is probably second most powerful, and then I think that Builder in general. I think they're about the same power level, to be honest with you. God damn. Killing enemies with Arrow Shower does feel very good. But, like, we got Arrow Shower and we just won the game, right? Like, it's just that simple. Arrow Shower and Delivery. I feel like there's a lot of game cards in this that just win you the game, I guess. Delivery, looking at you. How much we had? 11, 890. I think I'm gonna pop this. I don't need labor, we have night. Yeah, this one's pretty done. Which is good, we don't lose and have this be a 50-minute episode that ruins the already fucked workday. Workday? I don't know if calling it a workday. I don't know if I like that. The already fucked recording session, that's what I'm gonna use. I don't know how I feel about calling it work. Kind of insulting to people who do actual work, I imagine. But then again, why would you be insulted by that if you... better not to think about it too much. Put a knight on the right side. Yeah. So with the 11k, I want to use that to get the delivery up to 100k, basically here. That's the line. I popped it early so that I can then just press redraw on cooldown. Or like, even faster than on cooldown, basically. And get it up to 100k. Restaurant? I mean, it's all good. We just take population from here. We have the money. The money is handled. And the high taxes are nice as well. What we had on delivery? 518. 752. It definitely scales up slower than it used to. There's no doubt about that. I think we want to get to 100k before we finish these waves, basically. I'm a little worried that Knight won't be able to solo carry, but I think it should be fine because we have a big stack. Oh, I should have bought that house. Whoops, my bad. We should have a big stack set up. I was saying, hey, Jewel's down to 0. I don't know the last time I saw Jewel go all the way down to 0. 13-6, 12-2-3, and it's 13-6-5. Okay, we need to go to the right side. Oh yeah, you may also hear the sounds of the nighttime ambience in my background. I just heard a car go by, and I know that the birds come across. I don't know if the nighttime crickets come across and like all of the other bugs that won't shut the fuck up out there. But there are a lot of them. There's a lot of noises that happen. There was a train going by earlier. It's different ambience from living in the city, living in the sticks, as they call it. I like the ambience, though. I think it's kind of nice. Very, ambient, if you will. I think if we survive this boss, which I'm pretty sure we will... I hit my own boys with that arrow. I think I'm supposed to kill them, then? I think I do just kill these guys off, actually. Sorry, buds, but your time is up. My time is now. Because I need to replace them with fresh health units. Am I zoomed out? I was zoomed out. I thought that looked a little strange. Use ambush to take a house. Are we at 21k? I think we only need to do it 2 more times, then we're full up. Cool, cool. But no, the ambience out here is very different. I have, very briefly, but I have lived in a city, and it was a different type of ambience. It wasn't very long that I lived in that city either. It was like, it was about a year, yeah, roughly. A very different ambience in the city. A, much... Oh god, the knights are dying. I'll finish this one here momentarily. I gotta survive. Please hold. I should. Hey, wait a minute. Why are my units not behind the wall? Did you see that? Oh my god, I had to micro because they got stuck. Alright, maybe we are gonna die here because my units got. Like, my guards just got stuck outside of the wall because the wave started so fast. The upside is that we can just sacrifice all these people's houses. They're not worth anything more to me. And we'll survive. Honestly, this is a game about keeping your subpopulation alive, and yet all I really want to do is kill my population for money. Sacrifice them to the greater good. All the people who died, all the rats who died there, it's fine. It's fine. They didn't matter anyway. Great arrow shower for what it is worth. Which is roughly 2 arrows. 94k? Alright, let's cash in at 94k, I suppose. We don't have to go to 10 or 100k. And we can now move you boys forward. I'm being a little inefficient here by repairing when I have things I can be doing. Oh, we just take wave time, it's fine. I'm gonna start overdrawing, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have picked that. Oh well. I think we just want to stack up knights now with our 50 tax. We'll stack up these 148 health knights. Go up to like 15, 10, 10 is gonna be what we aim for, I suppose. And we can actually just like crush these guys with arrows. Yeah, I think this is pretty solid here. But yeah, really, not much going on with me, as I'm sure you could imagine, right? It's a pretty common theme, right? What's going on with me? Nothing. Nothing really. I hope that you're hanging in there, though. Hope you're staying strong. Oh, I saw that, if you're in the United States, you may be interested to hear this. I saw this just before starting this recording, actually. The president, he has issued an executive order to ban TikTok within the next 45 days. To which my reaction was, of course, I'm not sure he can do that. So I'm really interested to see how this one pans out from a legal perspective. I am not very well versed in US politics. Like the political system, political law, things like that. I do not know the power of the executive order. I'm pretty sure he can't just go, I'm making an executive order saying, and then just have it be true, right? Because that feels very, I'm just gonna say this, it reminds me of like state media sort of shit, right? In places like China and North Korea, where the media is controlled by the government, right? And obviously it's not that authoritarian. I'm not trying to, here I go talking about politics, right? I'm not trying to push any sort of authoritarianism, or like compare the United States government to an authoritarian government and everything like that. But it feels very strange for him to just be like, hello, I have decided that this is no longer allowed. You can no longer use this app. I'm not even gonna take overs here. We don't have a labor. It's all delivery, baby. And it's all delivery. It's all, so there's something here, right? Like, hang on. So it's all delivery, baby, and then it's like something about it's what the doctor the why can I not think of the word for a doctor who delivers children? That's all. That's what the stork said. I actually have no idea. Maybe I just don't know this. It's entirely possible that I actually do not know what a doctor who delivers children is called. In fact, I think that might be the logical answer here because I can't think of the name. It's not the OBGYN, right? Which is just a fun one to say. And we're taking some losses here. This might not be as over as I think, but then again, it's pretty over because of the arrow showers. I think. Our damage output is relatively... It's fine. It's not insane, but this is the sort of damage. Like, this feels like a run that's intended. Upgrade. I need to... Like, I guess I'll upgrade this. I need removals, because I can't draw my... I can redraw as fast as I want, but I can't draw my whole deck. Oh, actually, Ironclad seems good here. It's hard to find a run where Ironclad isn't good, though. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out, because I'm not 100% convinced that you can just ban things like that. It doesn't feel like he should anyway. However, what do I know? I'm just some idiot. I don't pay too close of an... I don't keep too close of an eye on politics such as this. I also, you know, I would hope that he doesn't, because there's some content creators on TikTok that would probably, even though I don't spend a whole lot of time on the app anymore, I've definitely, like, not really cut back, but I just haven't been as drawn to it as I was when I initially downloaded it. There's some content creators on there that I would definitely feel as though I was missing if I was unable to watch them. Namely, there's a dude, my Fletchers are dying, the crabs over here, by the way. I think these crabs are fucking, they're deadly. There's a dude on TikTok, he just barbecues. It's just him making like smoked ribs and brisket and shit, and I'm like, god damn. This is content I want to see. This is some good shit. I'll miss him. There's a dude from I think he's from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan actually. And he just like, hangs out, he fishes on TikTok and things like that. I'm just like, and I know that I can follow these guys on other platforms as well. However, oh yeah, you don't get one. That's right. I was like, where's my golden arrow here? Like, a lot of them are like, yeah, go follow me on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't like. I'll miss you, but I won't miss you so much that I'm gonna go learn how to use fucking Instagram. I can't drop an arrow to kill off the crabs. They're on their own. Okay, I think that this is a pretty straightforward build here with the knights. It's nothing too crazy, right? It's kind of just the knights and the ironclad. Pretty cool. I like it. Did lose some guards, but I'm just gonna start firing waves off here. Move it along. I'll keep you posted though. I'll keep my eyes on what's happening. Not that I'm sure you're not that interested in it. I'm just interested in it because I think TikTok's a pretty... honestly, I think it's a cool place. I expected it to be... I don't know. I guess I didn't really have expectations for it. There's the Reddit circle jerk against TikTok, but basically, I try not to live my life on like, oh, well, the majority of people don't like it, so it must be bad, right? I like to give popular things a chance. Basically, I spent a long period of my life, I think the biggest example I have of this philosophy change was, I definitely, in high school, I was oh my god, I just killed all my knights. Oh god, and now this guy's gonna jump the wall and he's gonna kill everyone. It's a disaster. Oh, he died. Okay, we're fine. Probably don't want to kill all your knights. Ooh, gold tower. Alright, I'll handle this one, Fletcher. But no, I spent a lot of so this is another music discussion. Strap yourselves in, boys. We're gonna talk about music some more. But in high school, before I listened to rap, I was definitely in the like, oh, rap isn't real music sort of camp, right? I was definitely one of those idiots. Sorry if you think that way, right? It's not. It's just I think it's a dumb argument to say that rap isn't music. You can say that you don't like rap, and that's an extremely respectable opinion. I do not like hip-hop music. That's it. That's all you have to say. Respectable. I respect your decision. You are allowed to have different tastes. Rap is not real music. This is a take by someone whose IQ resembles that of the temperature of the water on my desk that has been sitting here for the past 6 hours. It's just not a good take, that's all. But that's not what this is about. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I was definitely I was one of you. I was one of you, and then I think the first thing I heard, I used to just listen to like, I don't even know what I listened to, but I would listen to, I know I listened to Eminem, because of course I did, as my intro. It was like my gateway. It was how I started. I'm gonna give it a gather here. Eminem, if you want to get into hip-hop, I would recommend starting with something that's pretty, like, what's the word, pretty, not, I want to say like inoffensive, but that's extremely wrong. I don't think anyone in their right mind would call Eminem unoffensive, but like there's like an era of Eminem that you can find that's relatively not offensive, and it's just him rapping about like important things. I would recommend I don't know, I think that honestly Recovery is a good album to begin with. I know that Recovery is not his most loved album, but I liked Recovery. It was one that, like, I think Cold Wind Blows is a really good example of like a song to get someone into hip hop. But then again, I might just be completely full of shit here. I don't really know. I don't remember, but I remember like Cold Wind Blows and things like that. Oh my god, these guys, they keep walking into my arrows, and it's definitely not me misclicking them on them. But anyway, I had a moment, like I would just listen to like Eminem, and I would listen to, I don't really know who else. I just remember Eminem mainly. And eventually, and I was like, oh, well, Eminem is like, I don't like that mainstream crap, right? Oh yeah, I'd be like Tupac and Biggie Smalls, and like none of the mainstream crappers. Ugh. I cringe just kind of, ugh. Just go back in time and punch myself. And I could punch myself right now, but this would be like punching me. I guess I could punch my past self by just punching me now, and then, like, you know, anyway. But eventually one day I heard, and I don't think I heard a Lil Wayne song, but I remember I was looking through the like top 500 albums of all time or something like that, and somewhere on there was Lil Wayne's The Carter 3, and I had a moment of like, hey, if something's popular, it's probably popular for a reason, and I should go into it with an open mind. And ever since I had that moment, I've always tried things like TikTok, like I don't really have another like there, just like things like TikTok, where it's like, oh yeah, it's popular, but also a lot of people shit on it. It's like, oh, another good example would be like Fortnite, right? A lot of people like to shit on Fortnite, but you know, I gave it a shot, and I went, yeah, this is a great game, I just don't like it. The building mechanic is too hard. The actual honest-to-God reason I don't like playing Fortnite is because the game is too hard. My old man brain, you know, getting pretty up there in age, the old age of 23 here. I can't handle it. Game's too hard. And by too hard, I mean I don't have the drive, I guess, right? Same reason I didn't really get into fighting games. But ever since that time, I was like, hey, maybe I should listen to this album. And then I listened to The Carter 3, and it's a great album, dude. Extremely good. I would not recommend it as like your intro to hip hop album, but it's a great album. Really good. It's like truly excellent. Lil Wayne's a genius. And as a result, what was the moral of this story? But yeah, like honestly, I think that it's not a wrong opinion to take of like, or like a stance to take of, if something's popular, it's probably popular for a reason, and you should give it a fair shake. And then if you don't like it, you can go, yeah, this was not for me, right? Approach things in a more reasonable way is what I would like to say. That's the impact I'd like to have on the world today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give me that like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a good one. Later.